So I just bought this death gum, and it's retarded. And like I just think like what an evil company. Like okay, so maybe they don't know. I doubt that. But it's the health food industry. Like they probably research all this shit. It's like well, it's freaking awesome. For it's like sugarlose. There's sugarlose on it, and that's a genotoxin, and like causes inflammation and oxidation. Sorbitol, glycol. I don't know about glycol, but sorbitol. It's just another sugar alcohol that is like kind of deadly and not deadly. It's not gonna kill you. Maybe in like 20 years it'll affect you somehow because it messes with your gut bacteria. I should totally look it up, but who gives a shit? Mannitol, another bullshit like sweetener that probably has terrible things happening going on. Hydrogenated starch isolate. I don't know. That doesn't mean anything, but yeah, I'm just like totally addicted to genotoxins. Um, Bought a ghost which has sucralose, and boy, I just love my daily dose of genotoxins. Like if I'm not mutating like a feral ghoul and like sitting in a cave like or whatever, then then I'm not having a good day, and yeah, so then there's aspartame in this, which is like a neurotoxin and causes like I don't know 20 different negative things, like messing with gut bacteria, giving headaches, creating brain fog, making depression more likely, downregulate. I think it downregulates dopamine. Um, I don't. Anyways, like technically it's a carcinogen, and like who knows what it's gonna do to me in 20 years if I don't quit um, all this like bullshit, like modern day like substitutes. Like I literally just like I I want stupid sugar gum. I mean gum's retarded. Anyway.
So gum is great for focus, like chewing on gum. I don't know to degree that's part of the flavoring. Probably not, but yeah. So like there is benefits to gum. It's not completely retarded, but um, it's the pleasure.
Retarded. Anyways, like so is like wanting tasty foods. Yeah, having tasty foods also retarded. It's like, oh boy, I'm gonna have a piece of bread, and like, and then you're just like, I don't know. Anyways, um, everything that's fun and comfortable is retarded. You shouldn't take that. You shouldn't have fun. Besides, like, unless you're working on a great project. Other than that, just like eat.
Dopamine or low dopamine. Things like meditating, exercising, hitting the steam room, doing cold exposure, sitting down journaling, making videos, maybe editing videos, playing guitar, making music, having a conversation, breathing exercise, optimizing your natural dopamine production to things that you need for the most part, or relatively low dopamine increases like omega 3s, L-tyrosine, to increase, like, to produce dopamine. Um, uh, Lion's mane is a mild dopamine increaser, but it also repairs dopamine. Taking turmeric, again, exercise, but like going on a walk, going on a run, going on a walk less so, but like still relaxing. Oh no, I'm a druggy idiot, so like whatever normal people feel from that. Yoga, I find that though 20 minutes or so or 30 minutes is better than nothing, and it is slightly enjoyable. It takes me 3 hours to really feel an effect, a mood boost. Typically, you can do like high rep squats, whatever gets your exerts your body enough and gets the blood flowing and produces endorphin rushes. Um, yeah, but like having the right moderate things for dopamine production, doing the right activities like working on your mind, meditating, reading, running, lifting, cold exposure, steam or heat exposure, and yeah, generally work. And like most of it is intellectual or it is physical, and you have to work for that physical reward. And intellectually you're working on your ability to think what's interesting, what's true, how to formulate things, and just be intelligent and understand reality. And like the most of your dopamine should come from an activity that you're working on that is building up towards a given goal and accumulates across time. So that's worthwhile, wise dopamine or whatever. So or whatever's simple. And
Nutrition paste or something like that, or I guess it's better to chew things. Get something that make something in a lab that is just devoid of as much uh, enjoyment as possible, and then like that will be like the optimal meal maybe, or you'll like somehow stress yourself out. I don't freaking know. It's like
a lot of it is unnecessary and just feeds into itself. So, like, if you play video games or you don't touch video games, it's like the person who plays the video games craves the video games. The person who doesn't touch it doesn't crave it. And so, like, reducing your wants, reducing your needs, and reducing your desire, just like eliminate things from your habits. And eventually, with deprivation, the desire will go down and the necessity for the entertainment or the pleasure will reduce or go away. Um, Eliminating these dopamine sources allows you to focus on thinking and what's important and keeps you sensitive to the small things, but it motivates you, helps save dopamine for the activities that you're s- supposed to be doing, the right ones, the better ones, the ones that improve you or the world or move towards a goal. And yeah, so like you want to be careful with your dopamine. For the important tasks, you want to save it for that. Basically, you should find pleasure in achieving something, doing something right, instead of just dopamine and pleasure for its own sake. That's hedonistic, that's pointless. It can lead to weakening of the soul, and it can just make you stupider because you didn't work for your dopamine and it wasn't pointed. It didn't have a reason.
freaking know. It's like, is there any point to R&R, to fun? Like, I guess yeah, I can imagine if your brain in some way would like degenerate from no, yeah, like the fun things, the stupid fun things are the ones that are like tricking your brain with dopamine and like degrading your faculties, and then the things that are like you're learning something, you're adapting to a skill, like you're testing your problem solving ability, like it's all intellect and maybe technical like movement with your body and stuff like that, but like it's a game that's like complicated, and the more you focus your life towards those things, it's gonna make you more disciplined and less needy towards like needy and comfortable and like more likely to be weak and stuff like that, rely on like these states of like that was enjoyable instead of that was really terrible and we had to go through it for a long time. And like, well, I guess like realistically if it's a good project, like you will have fun, but like it's a lot of focus. It's at least until you're trained up, like a lot of difficulty, and then once you figure it out and master it, then it's like easier. But then technically it's like, well, are you pushing yourself? And then it's like you gotta find another thing. Well, no, the arbitrary growth, it's like more about what's um, practical and helpful. Arbitrary progress, I don't know, like progress is probably the best, the right progress towards the right goal, something like that. It's like that's probably the objective thing to pursue, and it's something to do with like doing it morally right, but also doing it in an efficient manner towards like the most important goal, which would be like primarily like I guess technically survival, but like then like then you survive and then you're just like a mass of like chaos creatures that are like super like monsters and stuff, and it's like, oh boy, did we survive? But like, is there something better to like some dumb monkey sitting there reading a book like, oh, I'm doing philosophy and I got round glasses and a beard or something, and I'm gonna sell my book to make money or what else. Or, I don't know. Survival or like something more reasonable, like a dude sitting down writing philosophy in a book, or like doing science, or like helping the environment. But don't help it too much or it turns into a mass of carnivorous predatory monsters.